Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the big update that came to Modern Warfare with the Season 2, all that stuff, all the patch notes, the update, the Season 2 Battle Pass. We'll be discussing that in this video, but what you're seeing in the background is a 62-7 gameplay that I did get within like my first 5 games of playing the new update. So you'll see a few things that are different as well, that I've noticed as well, that haven't been included in the patch notes. So I'll discuss that more in today's gameplay, well, today's video. But yeah, so enjoy that in the background and let's get into it. Let's start discussing the Season 2 update. So, one thing that came out, and we'll get it out of the way right now because I'm sure there's been like a million videos made on it. Battle Royale is coming to the game. Battle Royale is definitely coming to Modern Warfare. It has not been in the patch notes, it's not been said, nothing official, but if you've noticed, if you've played Modern Warfare, there is a classified screen as you load up the game. And, you know, it could still be zombies or something, but let's be honest, with the intro clip, as all of you would have seen if you have played Modern Warfare, you start jumping out of a plane, one of the characters says the gas is incoming, they also say they're shooting their own, and there's also leaked videos showing like people picking up common MP7s off the ground because you can actually get into the training thing. There is a training thing that, basically, take my word for it guys, Battle Royale is confirmed, Battle Royale is coming to the game, and I'm kind of excited, okay, because I'll be honest, the multiplayer's been lacking this year, okay? I think we can all agree on that. You know, some might not agree, but I'd say most of you would agree the multiplayer has been lacking this year. And I think it is because of this Battle Royale. So if they've been spending all this time building up this Battle Royale and trying to make it as good as possible, it better be damn good and it better be exciting, it better be fun. I'm hoping for a good Battle Royale, okay? Because at the moment the multiplayer is a little bit on the stale side, even with this big update. But anyway, let's get into the actual, I don't know, update, the actual patch notes of what's actually changed in today's, a few days ago update now. I'm doing this video 2 days after update because I wanted to gauge an actual opinion on this. I didn't want to play from the first day because if I took my opinion from the first day of playing Season 2, you probably wouldn't have heard a very positive response because I did have, and I'm sure most of you probably had the same as well because a lot of people were complaining about this, there was a definite frame rate and lag issue on the first day of this update. Don't know why, I don't know what caused it. It still happens now, I still get some frame rate issues, as well as like packet loss in games and stuff, and it's not on my end. I've checked everything, I've checked my internet, checked my Wi-Fi, all that, and it's perfectly fine. So the game has an issue at the moment where you can randomly join a lobby and you just get packet loss and it starts to lag like anything, as well as some maps just have a lot of frame rate going on them. I don't know if you'll see it in this gameplay, I don't know if this gameplay had like frame rate issues in it, but just letting you guys know that's been happening for me. So I did want to gauge my opinion off the first day. It's definitely like toned down a bit. It's definitely gotten a lot better. But it was pretty bad to play on the first day. So let's get into it. What's new? New operator, Ghost. You probably know that if you have played Modern Warfare because there are a ton of people right now running around as Ghost. So yeah, Ghost is in the game. Looking at both the characters, the one you get at the start and the one at the end, they look kind of cool. I think they're pretty reasonable. You know, cool little additions to the game. Next up, the weapons. The Gruer, I think that's how you pronounce it, I don't know, but it's the 5.56 assault rifle and the Striker 45. Now, funny enough, we all thought the Striker 45, basically the UMP, was going to be pretty good. And I don't have it yet, I don't have either of them yet, but I am close to the assault rifle, so expect some gameplays, class setups with that coming soon. But the Striker 45, aka the UMP, I've heard it's not that good. I've heard it's actually pretty bad. People have been comparing it to the Uzi, so gonna be interesting when I unlock that. I'll see how good it is. Maybe it'll get a buff in time. I don't know, but people have been saying it's not very good. But the Gruer 5.56, however, which is the first weapon you unlock, has been claimed to be the better of the two weapons, and to be a pretty good weapon at that too. So that'll be interesting. Can't wait for that. We'll see how good that weapon is. But anyway, let's get into more of the stuff. By the way, I'm not going to talk about everything that was in this patch notes because this was a massive load of stuff. I'm also going to talk about stuff that wasn't included in the patch notes because again, they've added stuff and changed stuff to the game that just hasn't been put in the patch notes together. I don't know what it is with them. I don't know why they just don't include it. But anyway, let's get into it. So they added the CDL playlist. This kind of don't care about because it's not ranked, okay? It's not ranked, so there's virtually no point in playing. You know, Hardpoint, Domination, Search and Destroy, CDL playlist. They don't actually have the actual rules the pros play with because they GA stuff. So it's not actually what the pros play, so it's a bit of an iffy one. Next up, Realism Ground War. I don't even know what to say to this. I'm not going to play it. I'm sure some of you might because it's basically like playing hardcore, I guess. But doesn't interest me. Don't really care. Next up, Boneyard into Ground War Rotation. Now this one, I was happy for because obviously it was a new Ground War map. But over playing the last 2 or 3 days now, I've only found the map twice. I don't know if anyone else has had this back on, like, and I play like every day about 4 to 6 hours of the last 2 or 3 days so far, and I cannot find this map. I don't know, like, I know it's in the game because I've played it, but man, it's a hard map to find because I want to gauge an actual opinion on it, because right now my opinion is like 50-50. I spawned into a game where we were spawn trapped and stuck at one flag, so what can you do about that? And then the other time it was pretty good. I got a decent game on it, but it wasn't a game that I'm going to show you guys. It wasn't incredible gameplay by any means. But the map's a strange one. It's got lots of planes everywhere, a few buildings in and around C and B. It's a pretty interesting map. I don't know how to gauge them. Currently I'd say it's like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for a map. It's okay. It's a bit all over the place though, so I don't know what to say. I think one side is more favoured than the other as well, so that's something that's quite interesting, because most ground war maps are quite balanced, I'd say, for the most part. But this one definitely feels like it has a more preferred side, so that's interesting. I'll try and get you guys a gameplay on the map to like kind of explain more what I'm talking about. But yeah, next up I have Rust Issues, which is the 6v6 mosh pit of the new map Rust. I say new map, obviously if you played MW2, you played Rust, okay? And I don't know what to say to it. Apparently, because I haven't played it personally, again, I'm not going to play TDM domination on that because I'm not a fan of the skill-based matchmaking, okay? It does make the game 10 times less fun. But, from what I've heard, this map is the same as Shipment in a way, which is the spawns are bad. You literally spawn and die apparently, which is quite interesting for Rust. I thought Rust would have spawns that are kind of capable of, you know, not getting people spawn killed, but apparently they've somehow messed that up, so not really surprising. Next up, they have Atlas Superstore, which is a map that I'm rarely seeing anyone play on at the moment. I'm guessing you have to find it through like TDM straight out. There's no playlist for it, obviously. So, don't know what to gauge an opinion. I don't know what people's opinion is. I've heard like 50-50, like some people like it, some people don't. You're just going to have to gauge the opinion yourself, because again, I'm not going to play these maps. Just not a fan of them. Not a fan of the whole skill-based matchmaking. There was also Gunfight Snipers 3v3. Now this I have played, just because it's something fun, it's something to mess around with. It's a cool little addition. I'll give them props on it. It was quite fun to play, good little mess around. You know, they don't give you pistols or something stupid in the back pocket so that people, you know, don't use the sniper. It's actually a true sniper playlist. I think you can melee people still, but I don't know whether it does like 10 damage or the full damage, but it's a cool playlist. Give it a shot. Next up, this one a bit under the radar that some people don't know how to get to. If you press Y on your social tab, you'll get to a part called Regiments. And in the regiment section, it's basically clan wars. Like, you make your clan. I don't know what their plan is to do with that. Currently, you just make your clan. You have a name. You can set a happy hour for double XP, so I'd definitely take advantage of that if you've got friends that you play with. Make a regiment, set a time that all of you can play at, and just earn some free XP, earn some double XP, play some ground war, TDM, do what you like. But yeah, I made one. I don't know if I'll let you guys into it, because I don't know if there's like spaces for it, or how many people you can have, or how you even invite people to it. I don't know, but it's there. Next up, new trials. Not really that interesting, to be honest. Special Ops Survival. Does anyone play Spec Ops? Just want to know in the comment section. Do you actually play Spec Ops? Because personally, I don't. I don't think I've ever played it yet. So, pretty sure I actually uninstalled the packs for it as well. So I can't even play Spec Ops currently. Next up as well, this is an interesting one. You've probably seen this gameplay as well. I've been using the Akimbo Snake Shot Round 357s, because guess what? Akimbo is in the game. Done it a bit interesting. I thought you'd just level up and get the attachment. You have to do challenges for the pistols. So, not really sure what to think of that one, because I've tried messing around with it, and currently I've only got it on the 357. It doesn't work very well with the Snake Shot rounds. Like, it's very inconsistent. I also believe this is going to lead into something which I do believe they have nerfed the Snake Shot rounds. Now, obviously, I can't confirm that. This is more placebo than anything, but I've tried it on its own. I've tried it dual wield, and they just don't kill up close like they used to. Like, it used to be like kind of guaranteed if you got into like a face-to-face situation. Now it's taking like 2 to 3 shots to kill with the Snake Shot rounds. So I think they've secretly nerfed them, possibly because of the fact that the dual wield was coming to the game and they didn't want to have basically Akimbo models on their hats. But yeah, I think those have been secretly nerfed. I'll have to wait for confirmation possibly, but I think the Snake Shots have been around. So bear that in mind, because I have now changed to the Deagle, because the Deagle's pretty nice. Okay, I've been messing around with that. The one thing is, later in the season, there's a Bazaar mode and gunfight tournaments come back. Gunfight tournaments, can't wait for that to come back, because I've got to be honest, I liked it when they did it the first time. It was intense, it was good, you got a cool little reward. I hope they do like better rewards, maybe even a camo this time instead of actual weapons. Who knows, we'll see. But gunfight tournaments will be cool when they come back, because it was a cool idea, it was a cool addition, and hopefully they stick around. Next up, they added farmland back. I said to you guys this would be happening, and they did actually do more than what I thought they'd do. So I think they fixed the Ground War map exploits, which we'll talk about as well, because they put in their patch notes that they fixed all the map exploits, which they didn't. I even have a clip of that. I probably won't show it in this video, but I'll probably show it in another video at some other time. But just letting you guys know, not all the Ground War map exploits are fixed, and there are definitely new ones popping up, especially on the skyscraper map. I've seen at least 2 or 3 now of people sitting in buildings. You can sit in the D spot still, by the D flag. So yeah, they have not fixed all the map exploits. Not surprising, quite disappointing that, gonna be honest, because we're probably going to find out that people are going to learn about more exploits as the season goes on. So yeah, not really happy about that, pretty upset about that. But yeah, so they had a farmland back, but what they also did to it was removed the second floor of loads of buildings, which is quite interesting, because I get that camping's there in the game and people used to camp in there, but I don't know if this was necessary. Yes, we hate people who camp, but they were quite easy to get out of these buildings with a few C4s. To be honest, I liked it when people camped on the top of them, because, and that's going to sound weird, but you just throw a C4 up there, normally they'd have like an ammo pack down as well, and you're just guaranteed going to kill them. So I don't know, I played it a few times ever since this update, and it's a bit weird at the moment. It's a bit weird, like, looking into the top C building every time, thinking someone's going to be there, and obviously they can't, because right now there's a couch in the way or something that blocks the stairs, so you can't actually get up that building by C. So yeah, they blocked off a load of the second stories. Don't know how this change is going to affect the map currently yet, but it is a little bit weird, and trying to get used to it. But anyway, here you go, yeah, where it says exploits fixed across various Ground War maps. There's still plenty of them around, as well as the ones that have literally been in the game since the start of the game. So again, pretty poor on their part, very poor to be honest. Care package fix, Platinum Damascus, change the trophy system deploy time. This is what we'll get to actually, because this is quite important. The perks, they've rebalanced the perks. Main thing here is they switched overkill and kill chain. They removed the hacking ability from EOD. They made the charge rate of double time quicker, or the tactical sprint. Reduce the health generation delay of quick fix as well, and that's quite interesting because it's now basically it starts immediately when you get a kill, so that'd be interesting. Might try that out. Ghost doesn't have the snapshot grenade immunity. That's moved to battle hardened. Thought that'd be moved to cold blooded, so pretty interesting there. But yeah, point man increased the score. Restock got a slight buff. Tune up increased the field upgrade cost reduction. Spot on now has the hacking ability. When that has the ability to hack through walls, I might use that perk. So that sounds pretty good. And then Battle Hardened finally counters the gas grenades. Opinion on this, honestly, quite confused, because the idea was to remove people using Overkill and Ghost together, but now people can use Overkill and EOD, which means people with riot shields and shotguns are going to be pretty unkillable. So I'm not really sure on that one. As well as you can have Hardline and Kill Chain together, so we'll have to see how that goes. But that does not sound like a good recipe for a good balance, does it? So we'll see, but not a fan of that change. Weapons, the only real buff was the SA-87, smoothed out its recoil, increased the damage, and the Ram 7 got its extended mags count from 45 finally to 50. So that'll be interesting, because I've got a class up actually involving the extended mags on Ram 7, so you'll stay tuned for that, and we'll see how that class setup rocks now. But yeah, that's basically all the patch. Things for Codcaster, PC, things I don't really care about, to be honest. Overall opinion, so the Battle Pass itself, I thought was 50-50. Like, there's a few good things, but it's kind of the same as the first season. There's a lot of filler items that I'm not very impressed with, to be honest. The actual patch itself, again, 50-50. I've had a bit of lag issues, bit of frame rate issues. But overall, I'll give the update about 7 out of 10. It was kind of decent. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's video though. Again, that's 62 and 7 gameplay in the background. I hope you're enjoying Season 2, because I'm going to keep playing and trying out. And yeah, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye!